Are you concerned about falling? In the next year, 1 in 4 seniors will experience a fall. Do not allow yourself to become a statistic. Tai Chi is proven to reduce your fall risk by 58%. Classes for all abilities are available throughout DuPage County. Tai Chi, exercise for life, exercise for you.
Bring your hands up and tap below your collarbone. And this stimulates the acupuncture point, kidney 27, which helps to boost your energy levels and maintain the function of your kidneys. And tap the middle of the sternum. And we're tapping the acupuncture point REN 17. And that helps primarily to promote lung function. This spot also stimulates your thymus to boost your immune system. And the side of the ribs. And so we're tapping spleen 11, I think it is. And also neurolymphatic points for the spleen. Help to boost, promote your digestion. And loose and relax. A whole arm swing from the shoulder. And we swing our arms to promote our blood circulation. You might hear hammering and construction going on in the background. And it looks like they start doing some roof repairs across the street. And allow your arms to come to us. And turn your weight. And let your arms swing. Loose, relax. And bring your hands in, small back on the opposite side, inside the children. And take your arms out and return to just your weight. And bring your waist to a rest. All right, so forehand knocking is primarily for the kidneys and the waist. When we bring the hands up, we're tapping urinary bladder points on the small of the back and lung points just inside the shoulder. So we add urinary bladder and the lungs to it. Okay, so the neck opening up what's known as the windows to the sky on either side of the neck to promote flow of energy and blood in and out of the head. So head to one shoulder, roll it down around to the shoulder without tilting it back, cross the top. Exhale around, inhale across. Exhale, inhale. One more. Change direction, head to the shoulder. Roll it down around to the shoulder without tilting it back. Cross the top. Exhale round. Inhale across. Exhale. Inhale. One more. And bend your knees, let your arms hang down. So loosening up, relaxing the shoulders, the trapezius muscles up to the neck. Roll your shoulders. And remember, your arms should just hang here. And if you are really relaxed, they should move in circles and eventually bump together. Change direction. One. Straighten up and rub your hands all over. So stimulating the skin, the flesh, the fascia, and importantly, beginning to stimulate the transporting points. Stimulating the well points and the spring points and the wrists. Stimulating the stream points. And the forearms, stimulating the river points. It's not quite as accurate as that because they vary a bit, but it's a good way to think about what you're doing and why you're doing it. And the elbows are the stream points. And remember, your legs are the same. So doing this to your feet and to your legs as well is a good idea. And if you do that, you've stimulated 120 out of the 360 commonly used acupuncture points. All right, interlace your fingers with your palms wide open and roll your wrist. Change direction. And push one wrist up and then the other. Remember, the blockages and stagnations are most likely to occur at joints. And so loosening up joints is one of the most important things that you can do in Qigong. And nod your wrists. And rub your palms, activating pericardium 8, Lao Gong, bringing energy to the hands and taking that to the small of the back, to those urinary bladder points, to the sea of vitality, so you can connect earth energy and gently circle your way. So try and keep your head still, your head upright, and move away. Inhale as you move back. Exhale as you move forward. Inhale. Exhale. And this is primarily for the kidneys and the waist. A lot of people find it very, very beneficial for their back. One. Change direction. One. Good. And then for maiden circle to hips. So for this one, you can bring your feet as close together as you're safe and comfortable, or any distance apart. And take your tailbone and circle your tailbone. Change direction. One. And now bring your feet as close together as you're safe and comfortable. Rub your palms again activating Lao Gong, pericardium 8. So you can take that energy to your knees. So stimulating the skin, the flesh on the knees, but also stimulating the C points. And reach behind and rub the backs of your knees. And then ideally with a cupped hand, you're going to try and get the palm of your hand right on your kneecap and gently pat. Stimulate that flow of energy through the knees. Our knees tend to take a a lot of abuse. And so anything that we can do to stimulate them and stimulate energy flow is good. All right, rest your hands above your knees, fingers inwards. Hands are just resting, they're not pressing. And bend and straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Good. Straighten up. And keeping yourself safe and comfortable, take one foot and rotate your ankle. So just as we did to the wrists, stimulating that energy flow in and out and through the ankle. Woo. And change direction. Good. Change feet. And again, rotate your ankle. Change direction. Good. And then with your foot in the shape that it would be if you were standing on your tiptoes or you were doing a front kick, tap the ball of one foot. And then the other foot. Good. All right. So those are the opening exercises I generally do because that stimulates a lot of acupuncture points and it stimulates a lot of the joints that we have in the body. And today I would like to go over what's known as the Kicho movement, the basic movements. We usually do this as Cho Ki Gong with them done in the sequence. Today, I want to go over them and do them individually, which is really how they're supposed to be done. And putting them together in the sequence is my own thing. Okay, so we want to start in the natural stance. So feet shoulder width, toes straight forwards, knees a little relaxed, back up straight, head up tall, arms relaxed at your sides, space underneath your armpit, space between your fingers, and your fingers nice and relaxed. And so bring yourself to the present moment so that you're fully engaged with yourself and what you're doing. Just maintaining that little bit of an awareness of everything that's going on around you. So the introductory movement, the opening movement, your hands float up as if they're pulled up by strings on the wrists to the height of the shoulders, and they sink down. Inhale as your hands float up. Exhale as your hands sink down. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can add into this straightening and bending of the knees. Nice and relaxed. One more. Good. So that movement appears in almost every Qigong sequence that there is. And the main purpose of it is to regulate yourself, regulating your qi flow, regulating your blood flow. So if you've been active to get to where you are, it will calm it down. If you've been sedentary, it will raise it. The goal is to bring it into that optimum place for the exercises to come. But it's also an opportunity to regulate your mind, to bring your mind into that present moment so that you can be with yourself. It's there also to regulate your breath. Once you've regulated your mind can then begin to regulate your breath, how fast and how you're breathing. Once you've regulated your breath, you can then begin to truly regulate your movement, which in turn will regulate your qi, which will regulate your blood. So it all starts with the mind. Very powerful movement if you take it for what it really is. Okay. Right. These are in no particular order. So the next one I'm going to do, I generally call this one Push the Mountain. And so for Push the Mountain, your hands float up to the height of your shoulders. As always, shoulders stay down. Now pull your hands into your shoulders and gently press forward. Inhale as you pull in. Exhale, press forward. Inhale. Exhale. Again, gentle and relax. And you may find that you want to sway a little bit on this one. You may go backwards. You may go forward. You want to allow yourself with these movements to move naturally. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. As you push, some people sway forward, other people sway back, and vice versa, pulling in. One more. Good. So Push the Mountain helps to promote kidney yang. It helps to boost the energy in your kidneys and promote the yang side of your kidneys. Okay. And it's also one of the 4 movements of Qigong, which are the up and down, in and out, open, close, and circles. So the next one I generally do in the Kicho or the horse form is the open and close. And so for the open and close, your hands float up to the height of your shoulders, again, keeping the shoulders down. Palms face each other with a gentle squeeze of the shoulder blades together, not vigorous, just gently bringing them together and then bringing them apart. And so it's that gentle bringing the shoulder blades together that opens your arms up to the sides and then moving the shoulder blades away from each other is what closes the hands. Inhale as you open. Exhale, close. Inhale. Exhale. So using your mind to regulate your breath, using your breath to regulate your movement, and your movement promotes whatever it is in the exercise. One more. Good. That was actually one of the very first Qigong exercises I learned. And I learned that as Phoenix spreads its wings. And the primary function of that is for the lungs. As you open your arms up to the sides, you're opening up lung 1, lung 2 in the shoulder, and you're promoting that flow of qi down to your thumb. The action of opening the chest up, opening the arms up on the inhale helps to open up the upper lobes of your lungs, which further enhances your lung function. Okay, so another really, really good exercise. And remember with Qigong, a lot of the time, less is more. Okay. All right. So next, this one I call push the pillars. And this is also primarily for lungs. And on this one, we're going to push and press out to the sides. So it's the same action as forward. It's an in and out. This time, though, we have a very deliberate squeezing of the shoulder blades together to open the arms up to the sides, again, to open the chest up. The touching the thumb to the index finger on the inhale helps to connect your lung energy flow going down the arm with the large intestine energy flow coming up the arm. Okay, so the out helps to promote lung function. The in helps to promote large intestine function. Not exclusively, but primarily. All right, so our hands float up to the height of our shoulders. So we want to squeeze those shoulder blades together, pull the hands in, touch the index finger to the thumb, and then let go as you push out to the side. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, press out. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Good, and bring your hands down. So the next one I generally do is flying like a goose. Very similar to the way that we do this in the Shibashi sequence. The only difference here is that we just come up to the height of the shoulders. Okay, and again, you may feel a straightening and a bending of your knees as you do this. So arms relax to your side. So your hands float up to the height of your shoulders. And your legs straighten if you're using the legs, and your hands come down as your legs bend. Inhale, float up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Flying like a goose. I can't really talk about the benefits of doing that one. I'm not completely sure on that one. So we'll miss that. We'll miss that for the moment. All right. The next one I call pressing the shoulders. And in this one, there are two main ways that you can do this. One is using tension, and one is not using tension. And the goal of this one is to release tension in your trapezius muscles in the shoulders. So we use in one relaxation to do that, and in the other one we use tension to do that. Okay. So if you're going to do it relaxed, your arms are going to hang down at your side. And you're going to gently pull your shoulders up towards your ears. And you're going to try and do that without using tension. And just let the arms hang loose. And then pull the shoulders down. So inhale as we pull up. Exhale, pull down. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Good. Now, the other way is to use tension. And so this time when you pull your shoulders up, you're going to pull them up as hard as you can. And this time you're going to bring your hands with you. Now your hands want to come up, basically your seam, as if you're pulling them up towards your armpits. That means your elbows are going to go back, okay? People don't like putting their elbows back for some reason and will do this. And this is not as effective. Okay, so we pull the hands up because we pull the shoulders up, and then you're going to push the hands down, and you're going to very deliberately pull the shoulders down as much as you can. Okay, so we begin to teach the shoulders where they should be. Right. So pull your shoulders up towards your ears, bring the hands up. I only come up to about the level of my belt. I don't come up too high, and push down. Pull those shoulders down hard. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. One. Good. The next one I like to do is the up to the sides and down to the front. And this is primarily a heart exercise. You'll notice that a lot of the heart exercises have big arm movements in them. Okay. If you think about when we do shibashi, it's the rowing the boat out of shibashi. Okay. You have the arm swinging as well. And in shibashi, you have the holding a ball for the small intestine, which is the partner organ, primarily for the heart, also the small intestine. And this is another one of the up-down movements. So we bring our arms up the sides, as high as we're safe and comfortable, keeping the shoulders down, the palms turned forward, and we bring the hands down. Inhale as your arms come up. Exhale as your arms come down. Inhale. Exhale. And again, you may be using your legs on this one. Allow your body to move naturally. If it feels like you want to bend and straighten, just let it happen. One more. Now the next one is the reverse of that. And again, it's one I learned very early on. And I learned it as parting the clouds. And this is primarily a triple warmer exercise regulating the torso and fluid and temperature regulation in the torso. And so we just reverse direction. So our hands float up the front, up over the head. We turn the palms out and bring the arms down to the sides. Inhale as your arms come up. Exhale as your arms come down. Inhale. Exhale. Again, your legs may or may not move with this one. One more. Good. And then the last one that we have where we're standing in place is the closing movement. And that's another up-down movement. And it is generally done at the end of so many different sets of exercises. We do it at the end of Shibashi. We do it at the end of the Yang 24 form. And it occurs so many times. And so, again, another up and down movement. And so for the closing movement, we bring our hands fingertip to fingertip close into our body. We bring the hands up, usually to about the nose, the mouth, turn the hands palm down and press down. Inhale as your hands come up. Exhale as they press down. Inhale. Exhale. Visualize drawing fresh, vibrant energy into your body through your nose, pressing it down to your center, 3 fingers below your navel. Inhale up. You draw the energy in, and exhale, press it down to store it in your center. So you're taking all the energy that you've built up during the exercises that you've done. You're adding to it fresh energy that you're drawing in with the air that you breathe in, pushing it all down to your center. One more. Good. And at the end, you can finish with covering your center and do some meditation. You can imagine holding your energy ball to cultivate it there, or you can just close. There's so many things that you can do there. Now, the other three movements involve a step out. Now, when we step out, you want to think that if we go to the left side, you're going to step out with your left foot about on a 45-degree angle. When you slide your left foot back on that 45-degree angle, you must have about a 3 or a 4-inch space between your heels. Okay? People often will put it forward and they'll slide it back and it touches the back foot. That's a very, very unbalanced posture that we want. So we want to create a wide base. So if you were looking at it from ahead, I would be here with my back foot out 45, my front foot straight forward and space between my feet. And all we do is turn that on that 45-degree angle. Now, the first one to the side is spreading your wings, which is basically Phoenix spreads its wings with movement. And the movement on this comes from your center. If you feel comfortable, you can allow your toes to come up on the front or your heel to come up on the back. That's completely optional. When you shift, back stays upright, shoulders stay directly above the pelvis. And we shift from our center forward and our center back. Okay, so when we're forward, our hands will be closed, just like Phoenix spreads its wings. We shift back and open. Shift forward and close. Inhale as we open. Exhale, close. Inhale. Exhale. The real important part of this is how you're shifting your weight forward and backward. So the benefits are the same as Phoenix spreads its wings. So we're duplicating the energetic and the organ benefits. And so the real focus on this is how you're beginning to think about controlling your weight shifting. And this is where we start to really get a little bit deeper into, for those of you that are familiar with them, the 6 harmonies. Good. And open. And then you're going to repeat on the other side, which we don't have time to do today, because I want to cover grinding corn, because this takes the weight shifting to another level. Grinding corn, you do keep your feet flat on the floor, okay? We have this backward and forward weight shift again, but we also have turning. And so as you shift your weight from one foot, you turn from one foot to the other. Guideline is that your belly button points in the same direction as whichever foot has most of the weight on it. Okay? And so the real important part of this is, again, the weight shift and the turn with the center. It's not the movement of the arms. The movement of the arms is created by your weight shift and your navel turn. So you can typically do this with your hands at shoulder height. I prefer at center height. Okay, if it's at shoulder height, people have a bigger tendency to lean with it. Okay, so hands in front of your center, weight and belly button with your back foot So you shift and turn forward, circle out. Shift and turn, circle back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale. So really my hands only move in and out. They don't move side to side. That all comes from my belly button turning. Do they move a little bit? Yes, they do. But most of it comes from my navel. Now stop at the back foot, change direction. So shift and turn, bring the hands close in, reach out. Shift and turn to the back foot, pull in. Exhale as we go forward. Inhale as we come back. Exhale. Inhale. Yeah. And I'm just going to touch on the last one. I'll admit this last one is not one of my favorites. I don't particularly like it. I don't particularly like what it does from a physiological standpoint and a balance standpoint. And this is the vertical circles. And so for vertical circles, you're going to have your palms forward. You're going to reach down your front leg as you shift your weight forward. You're going to circle your hands up as you shift your weight back. Fingertip to fingertip, bring the hands down the front. At the waist, fingers down, reach down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And then when you reach your center, change direction. So fingertip to fingertip, bring your hands up. Send the palms forward and circle your arms down as you shift forward. Fingertip to fingertip, inhale, pull up. Exhale, reach down. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Good. And again, all three of those you will want to do to both sides. Okay. So that completes all the Kicho Qigong exercises for today.